Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Media Champions. I'm your host, Mary Trace Griffin in Atlanta. Today, so excited to welcome to the program Chris Martin with Jump. He is our subject matter expert on Media Champions today. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, Mary, how you doing?
Doing great, doing better now that we finally get to talk face to face. I tell you, I have so enjoyed getting to know you through my reporter research. And when we talk about the changes in technology and the way that we're handling this world of media and marketing, I got to say, you are hitting it right on the head of the nail. Straight away, I want to ask you, you talked about three fundamental shifts when we're talking about the changes in the way that we approach the way technology is changing. I want to make sure I get this correct. You talk about three different needs that have to be tended to as far as the changes go. And you talk about earn versus buying access. You also talk about audience targeting versus community participation and zero ownership versus co-ownership. I need a 30-minute show to talk to you about this, but let's see what we can do in 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, we can talk all day about this even when we get going. But yeah, no, to start off with the first one, we're earn versus buy. So just thinking about it from a current state where we're buying everything, usually getting access to any subscriptions we want or websites or anything content wise. But moving into more of this Web3, which I'll dive into, and that is more or less blockchain enabled technology. That's really where the communities then actually are taking that value and trying to create opportunities for people to earn their place in that community to where then they can get more value from them. So if that's from being able to create content for a community, if that's being able to do the marketing for them, or if that's setting up strategy, all these aspects that a normal organization would need to run an or business, we can do that as volunteership. Instead of actually getting paid for that, you're earning access, and that is either in content and connections and other things in that area.
And everybody loves to save money, right? You don't have to spend that fistful of dollars to have your brand put out there because there's a lot to be said for earned media.
Yeah, no, that's actually a huge part of the whole Web3 community and how that shift is happening within marketing. So in the current state of marketing, how we have just all of our devices connected and how we're getting targeted across those, and we're looking at audience segments or targeting users, that is, versus this to my next point, where now we're looking at community participation and how we can engage with those people that are actively participating and making them feel more a part of that community. And these three things that I kind of mentioned are honestly they're more or less this three humans needs that we all want, right? We need to feel like we're connected. We need to feel like we belong somewhere, and that's community. But us also feeling safe to share. And then the last point of that, which we'll get to the next, is that being a part of something greater than yourself. That's where I think it's very unique to Web3 organizations versus the current companies that you or I work for on our day-to-day jobs.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, Chris, what are you seeing in this? What are you seeing in the transition to Web 3.0? Because the changes are happening and it's happening so fast.
Mhm. Yeah. So right now, I know there's the markets are all down within crypto and also just in a global level for financially. But that is an opportunity for building. So a lot of times, actually, VCs are looking, and other investment firms are actually seeing Web3 companies and seeing them, buying them as a discount. They're not worried about investing and seeing the growth in this space. They're actually just trying to tee up that opportunity. So it's really kind of interesting to see the shift in the dynamic from where we've always been building and creating and then having the revenue model to kind of facilitate the operations and continue growth, where this is more first community growth and community driven. And then that revenue and all those other product streams that can come from these communities that we create every day are actually then enabling those folks that are actually creating and helping ideate and taking ownership. And that's where the ownership part comes in, to actually be the ones implementing that and executing those things and seeing it through and helping with community, having the community at their back to help and when they need to.
Which brings in my last question about relationship building, because you can't have a business without having relationships. To find that customer, to find that valued customer that's going to be loyal and stick with you. Can we talk for just a second about how you incorporate that into this new technology, because it all goes hand in hand. Yeah, there's a lot of old school stuff that you need to do, but you have to be willing to carry that relationship building into this new technology as well.
Yeah, so and that's a great actually segue because Web3 in what we're doing and building is not, like forgetting where we've come from. So like every technology has always utilized the technology previously. So we are leveraging a lot of Web 2 tools, and that's social media, that's Twitter, that's LinkedIn, that's normal Web 2 platforms, MailChimps, things like that, doing emails, marketing. So we're leveraging those Web 2 channels and strategies to connect our Web 3 communities, which these then, social platforms in Web 3 are being developed and being built out now, just obviously not at scale yet, nor is there the whole, side of the ecosystem that's really fully developed for that execution. But yeah, the ownership aspect is really the unique piece of this, because you can buy products all day, and companies want you to stay loyal and have that long-term, longevity with them. So this is just actually taking what we've built already from the Web 2 platforms and social, like people think companies before didn't know why they needed a Facebook. People didn't before need to know why they care about getting a tweet posted or reposted. But now they're seeing that and very utilizing that heavily. This is just that next wave of the technology, and brands are coming around to understanding how they necessarily need to create utility for their consumers. And so this is what's different. Instead of having a product, I have to sell it to a consumer or user, buy my product, they're actually going, how do we create value for you to be connected with us? And that is sharing emails, that is sharing that contact information. That's very difficult still today, unless you're getting some of that information from a partner that has that data. Otherwise, you kind of don't have the full scale or understanding of what they're looking for. So this is a way to actually engage and then share, hey, I can give you email, I can give you other contact information, and in return, you provide me social tokens, you provide me an NFT that then unlocks special access or privileges to me. So now I'm creating more of a loyalty chain. And also, because it is blockchain enabled, that is living in perpetuity. So that wallet address will forever be connected to a Pepsi, to Starbucks now, to any of these loyalty programs that they're building on blockchain. You won't necessarily know that they're going to be blockchain, because when they are implemented into these apps like Starbucks is doing, you will just literally be still clicking and not really understand the difference. And that's where we're trying to move towards, where there's not all these, the analogies or buzzwords, and just making it more simple for those people that can just kind of pick up your phone and go.
I'm going to borrow a phrase from an old TV show back in the 70s, the $6 million man, better, stronger, faster. That's kind of what this is.
Yeah. I mean, I believe so. I mean, I've been in ad tech startups for 14 years, and seeing it being successful and seeing the growth. And there's still opportunity there. Like I think it was like a year or two ago that programmatic and digital advertising finally surpassed TV spends. And that just happened in the 2020s, when they thought it was going to be the year of the mobile back in 2015. It still took a long time for that technology to advance and to get into everyone's hands. But now it's, I'm sure you right now even don't have your phone more than an arm's reach away. So that's just
it's right here. Right here in the hand, for sure. Chris, we are out of time, and I knew it was going to go by so fast. Please come back anytime you like. I could talk to you all day long, and thanks for what you do, because you're educating the heck out of people. And if they don't subscribe to Jump, something's wrong.
Yeah. If they want to join, they can just easily go to jumpcommunity.xyz, and they can kind of follow along with the community curated news and all the best website Web3 news and on the frontier of the new next generation. So,
well, I hope you'll come back anytime you like. Open door policy for you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chris. And you guys, you're really going to want to connect with Chris. We can help you do that. You can find Chris by finding us right here at dailyadbrief.com. I'm Mary Therese Griffin in Atlanta. We'll see you next time for more Media Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.